starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Tracker, you will be able to discover a new era of online optimization. Real-time analytics and user profiling are two examples. To get your 7-day free trial, simply register at www.coolzone.ai. To record and attach personalized video messages to your emails when you use OMail's Video Mail feature. Get your free OMail email products simply by registering at www.coolzone.ai. Net Blog's latest post about flexibility and creativity. Come join this new safe social media site free at www.coolzone.ai.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. It's Saturday, the 9th of March. And yes, I'm at least at 85%, maybe 87. Because I felt like crap, man. Yes, I did. Now, one thing that me and Chris were able to do, and we're not sure how, we took our cold and we slid it through the internet and smacked Red right in the head with it. So,
cover your mouth when you cough, Marty.
Anyway, we gave a little bit to Red because, we're brothers, all right? So Red's not going to be on today because he got smacked with the cold, okay? Sorry about that, Red, but that's what we do, all right? That's what we do. Okay, you know what I want to talk about today? I want to bring up something that came to mind last night, and other people have brought it up to me before. AI. People are afraid. Some people are afraid of it. Some people think it's going to take jobs. Some people think, okay, let me explain. AI will take jobs that can be replaced by AI. Example, data. A lot of data in milliseconds can be done with AI. Why? It can rapidly go through all kinds of data in seconds. Okay? It can do robotic things like sorting trash at a recycle facility 24/7. Plastic, wood, plastic, metal, wood, plastic, and it'll do that. And listen, now people saying, yeah, but that's people's jobs. Here's what happens. It happened in the Industrial Revolution. It's going to happen again. When the car first came out, if you read the old stories, people hated it, especially blacksmiths and stuff like that, because they thought, okay, wait a minute. I'm a carriage maker. You're not going to need a carriage if this loud, smoky piece of contraption is driving around. You're not going to need the horses. You're not going to need horseshoes. And you're definitely not going to need my trailers that I make or whatever the buggies that pull it behind. What did it create, though? The auto industry created how many different jobs besides auto workers? Just think about the millions of jobs it created outside of it. Tires, brakes, repair, bolts, nuts, carburetors when they were out. Carburetor, get down.
Hi, Dallas.
Carburetors. You had mufflers. You have windshields. You have windshield wiper blades. You have lights. You have all those things created jobs that weren't there before. AI will create jobs that we don't even know what it is yet. People say, how do you know? Because I believe that. I believe that's what happens every time there's what they call a paradigm shift. The world's flipped upside down. It's a good thing. Listen, AI cannot write itself. Machine learning cannot write itself. That's where it'd be kind of scary if it could. It can't. All machines are programmed. Now, can somebody do bad things with it? Absolutely. We already have what they call smart bombs. They can fly to the air and run down the chimney and kill everybody in the building. That's technology. It's horrible, but it's fact. You could do good, you could do bad. But the thing is, look, it'll be regulated. Will there be bad people trying to do things? Yeah, there is now. We made knives so we could cut steak. Some people decided to cut people with it, but that's not what the design was for. You see what I mean? You can do bad with everything. Well, he's getting a much. She is like all over me. Anyway, but so think of that anyway. It's not, yes, bad things can happen, but it's there. It will enhance. It will be regulated so people don't go crazy and do stupid things. I mean, there's always people wanting to go out and do something evil, okay? But goodness always wins, okay? In the long run, it wins. So don't get all panicked over that. In fact, the last thing I heard, it'll create like 25 million jobs or some crazy thing. And as you can see, Dallas is trying to sneak up here the back way because mommy's in the other room. So now she loves me. Otherwise, she could care less. What else?
I have an idea today, Marty.
What's up?
I want to say a couple things real quick, but how about we do a little Q&A today? Because that's how we were going to do on Saturdays.
Yeah, I don't care. If anybody's got any questions that we can answer, and don't ask me something, I mean, like we don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll attempt to answer anything you have. But you got to put a Q in front of it, question, and then put what the question is. But what's going to happen is so many people saying hello and hello and hello. You know, take the time, put a Q up there, and then ask a question. We'll try to answer it. Chris, you got to try to help me find them.
Yeah, I have one that in my head, but before I go to it, let me say one thing. I want you to remind all of you something very important. Excuse me. Why did Ash Mafara decide to do ONPASSIVE? What was his reason? His main reason was people were getting screwed over. A bottom line. People were being taken advantage of. And how do I know this? Because he told us this. He told us that he was part of something that he did not want to be a part of. And that's why ONPASSIVE, at that time, didn't have a name, came along. He was sick and tired of seeing people get bowled over, rolled over, and he wanted to change that. And if people would just think just about that, even the what I call the evil people that don't care for Ash Mafara, if they just thought about that for 5 seconds, they just might change their mind. I doubt it, but that's the reason he did ONPASSIVE, because he's seen where it was going. He's seen how one or two individuals took full advantage of. It's almost like, here, I'll put it in a sick way. When one of your family members die and you go to the cemetery to buy the coffin, and man, they try to get you for everything for that coffin. Okay, you want waterproof. You got to have the sealant. Oh, you got to have this special. And they're taking advantage, even though that's their job. And that's the only way I can really say it. This is what people did for years on the internet when it first came out, because there was extremely smart people that said, we can make a lot of money off the world by saying something and doing something else. And Ash Mafara seen that, and it really disgusted him. He didn't want to be part of it. So don't forget that part of that. And that's all I really wanted to say. And the first question I saw is, I think it was, what kind of AI does ONPASSIVE have?
Oh, wow. I mean, well, we know for a fact they talked about one of the ads that are running in the mall in Dubai or UAE, that it reads people as they walk up. Okay, so in other words, you walk up and you're a middle-aged guy and you got two kids with you, a certain ad might come up to that person. Or you walk up, you're 35 years old, you got a briefcase in your hand, another ad might come up. That's AI working, okay? AI is adjusting what it sees. But everything in AI is machine learning also. Okay, so when you do, like for me, when I did marketing, I would have to go out and manually test things, A/B testing. Does this work? Does this work? AI will be on the run. It will know. It will read. Add one here. Three people clicked on it. Four people clicked on it. Clicked on it at 5 o'clock. This one clicked it too. Mainly females in this state. Mainly this, and it'll read all that. It'll make it'll do an analysis of it and then adjust for it. That's AI. That kind of stuff's happening now. Okay, that kind of stuff is going to be inside all of the products that we have. Okay, AI will be involved. So listen, when you go in on passive, it's very high technology, but it's going to be very user friendly. That's AI. Taking something complicated and making it easier has to do with artificial intelligence. All of that, machine learning, it all intertwines together. Okay, you can look up AI and then actually link it to everything that's going on in Unpassive.
Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest. Look it up and say what kind of what if you. I used to do this. If you look up what kind of different AIs and the names are, they'll show you 5 or 6 names of AI, and you'll be able to place it with. I used to remember. I apologize. My mind's blank for that answer, but Marty's saying it right.
Yeah, that's all it is. There's a lot of different stuff in AI and on passive. They infuse it in everything, and it'll get more and more and more and more. Okay, to make things simple. Data, like data is a big deal to market. Like if you're going to market, you have to get information fed back to you. That information can be fed back to a human, and they got to try to store it, try to remember where it's at. AI can store it, grab it, use it, and pick it up anytime they want. I mean, from anywhere, like within milliseconds. It's pretty cool. Like even machine learning, like the bots. Now you get into a bot and you ask it a question. Okay, a bot starts off in kindergarten, but the longer you use it and the more questions you ask it, the smarter it gets. It's machine learning. It's learning how to answer the question the next time. That's why at the end of a bot, it will ask you, did this satisfy you? Does this answer your question? Yes or no? It wants to learn so that the next time, that's why when you use a bot and you go maybe 6 months, they're really nice because they've had thousands of questions asked and they've answered many of them. So, and that's getting the technology on that's going through the roof. So that's pretty cool too. Question:
Okay.
do I have to notify prospects that I'm sending them an invite? Yeah. Listen, if you're gonna send, if you're talking to somebody and you know them, you say I'm gonna send you something. You don't have to do it. But if you have a list of people and they really don't know you, I would be careful. Then you want to send a thing saying, in fact, if you go look in the back, you can set up to where it actually asks them, look, Marty Degarmo wants to send you this. Do you agree? And they say yes, then it'll go. That's so you don't get in trouble for spam. But I don't send anything to somebody I don't know, or they don't, at least they know it's coming. That's the best way to do it because if you do it the other way, most of the time, if they don't know you, they're going to say no. Nobody wants spam. Nobody wants. It's hard enough to get people to open an email as it is. Email's open rate is like 20%. It's like really small. That's why texting is so much better. If you know somebody, then do it. Like we talked the other night about sending somebody the website, one of the websites that you have, one of my links. It's a lot of information to send people. What you should do is try to talk to them or send them something short, just about maybe ONET or OMail. Grab a video that's just about that, and then say, "Are you interested?" Yeah, then send them your registration link. Don't try to give them too much. People get too much. They don't know how to. AI is embedded in almost every product in Unpassive. Colin just said it. Yeah, it's embedded. It's part of the products.
Okay. Marty, check for SSVLO Vlogs is spamming in there. Oh, there he is.
Waiting for Apple. Okay.
Well, he just, yeah.
I see it.
Listen, let's answer that right now. I had a few people saying there, is it possible that we will have our pendings lifted and withdrawals for March? Marty's going to
Yes.
give that answer.
Yes, it's possible.
Yeah. Remember, we can't give
Obviously,
dates,
it's possible.
guys.
Yeah, obviously it's possible. Listen, here's what I want to say. I'm glad somebody said that.
Yes.
Keep in mind, I want to tell everybody this one more time. When they give us an extension, remember this. When the company gives an extension, they're losing money. They would much rather money coming in and money going out. That's business. That's what they're working to get. They want to pay us flat out, but they don't want to put a band-aid on it. They don't want to come in, pay X amount of people, and then 4 weeks later you got triple that. Why? New products come out. It's more money, more commissions, more bonuses. They have to build a bridge or have something that is either strong temporary so that when it's permanent, one day we'll have everything enclosed. We know this will be our own everything. Then it won't matter. But yes, they want to get to that yesterday. They want to be there September 1st. They wanted to be there. But the merchant dropped the ball, guy. Everybody, listen, this is fact. Every time they put a pause and they give us an extension, it's not trying to satisfy us. It's taking care of us while they're getting this bottleneck fixed. Trust me, nobody wants to pay us as bad as we want to receive it. Mr. Mufara wants to pay us. I'm not kidding. There's no joke on that. Every time he has to give in his extension, it costs the company buku money. Think about what we're asking. I want things to move ahead. Of course, they got products ready so they can, once this thing goes, you're going to see like domino of viral things happening. I believe that without a doubt. And do we know all the little details? No. We did hear a story from Ashley for a week ago last night. And if you didn't hear it, go listen to it. He told you what journey he took. And he took arrows and daggers and knives and guns and rockets and everything for the last 5 years. But he kept moving. And he feels that most of that is behind him now. And the company's working on making some of these bottlenecks bigger around so they can handle the flow. It's just the way it is. It's not all about, not everything is not in the control of ONPASSIVE. Q, will ONPASSIVE be what? Went by too fast. You're not watching, Chris. Thank you.
I am watching, but you're talking, so I can't hold them.
Right, go ahead.
There's one. Let me before you start. Let me throw a couple at you. One about domains. Do we have to have domains? Hold on. One was, I really want you to embrace this one because the letter the lady wrote yesterday, we rethought some things and we have to be a little more kind. How we answer some of these questions, because sometimes we were a little abrupt. But
Yep.
When do you think the release of O Connect is going to happen? Very good question, Marty. Go ahead. I know you like that one.
I believe the release of the new O Connect is imminent, any minute, any day. But I also think when that happens, that starts the sequence of everything I just mentioned. That starts, okay, it's good. We can sell the new version. We're going to pay commissions. We're going to pay bonuses. We're going to bring money in. We're going to get this ball rolling. And we're going to start zooming around this track of ONPASSIVE. That's what I believe 99.9%. So any time. Okay, we don't know. I don't look. I don't know all the details, but I don't need to. I can read the tea leaves that's where we're at, and when this happens, it's gonna zoom. I would say blow up if people get nervous over that.
Good answer.
but
All
it's going to be crazy good.
And Marty, I can't remember exactly the question. It was the beginning. You want to know, do we get domains? Just touch on domains for 2 minutes.
All
About
right, here, let me tell you about domains. Every account that you own. Now, remember, we were told we only need one, but every account is an individual account. When people talk, they always talk, well, what about this account? Each account is its own business. You have 10 of them, you have 10 businesses, the way I see it. Do you get it? Do you want a domain for each one? If you want to, yes, you could get one for each one. But listen to me. Here's what I'm going to tell you that I'm doing. Yes, I have maybe, let's say I have 10 accounts. I don't think I have more than that. With the whole family, okay? 10 accounts. What I'm going to do is I have one domain. You guys know what it is. It's coolzone.ai. I've had it. I'm going to transfer it to on passive eventually, but right now that's what I have. Now, for me, I'm not going to have 10 domains. I don't want to run 10 domains. Do I have? I have other domains right now. I could switch them anytime I want. A domain is something you want to build that was what we want to call digital property. You know how your property where you live, you want the value to go up? Okay. The more you brand your domain, on passive be in banking. No, on passive won't be in banking. On passive, I believe one day we'll have their own merchant account inside on passive. That's what I believe. I don't know when. Anyway, so domains. Yes, you can get one for each one. And what you're going to do is when it's ready, they're going to say, pick a domain. You're going to pick something. If it's available, say it's available. You're going to pay for that domain, and then you're off to the races. Okay? You're off to the races. That's your domain. Then you take your website that you want out of 500 of them and direct that website through that domain so that when people go to Marty.com or roberttantillo.com, they're going to go to the website you tell us to go to every single time. What I'm doing is my 10 accounts, I'm going to divert whatever account I want to that one domain. So I keep the domain, but I tell it where I want it to go to. This website from account number 1, or this website account number 2, or this website account number 3. You don't need to do that. You can have a domain for each one. Can we have same domain name for 10 accounts? Yes, if you put it like on a rotator, yes, you can, where you rotate between one and the other. All you got to do is redirect the website. If you have the domain marty.com, and I direct from account number 1, my links to that, and I leave it there for a month. I'm building number 1 account, not number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just number 1. Then I say, you know what? I'm going to do number 2. So I redirect number 1, my links, and account number 2 to the same domain and do it again. Tell the company, drive traffic here. I buy traffic from the company, and boom. You could do whatever you want. You can have 10 domains. You can have Robert Tantillo digital.com, and then you can have Robert Tantillo digital401.com, whatever's available. Remember, don't make a big deal out of that. The only thing I'm saying is I want to focus on 1 or 2 domains. Right now it's coolzone.ai because I'm working with Dan Street and Mike Ellis. So all of ours goes to that one domain. Now, will I get more? Yes. It depends on what we're going to do, but don't get all hung up on it. You can have a domain for each one if you have 10 accounts, or you can have one domain and just change what site you run through it. Now, what people will see is your domain. Whatever site it goes to, that's what you forward that site to it. You'll know how to do that when it's time. You're trying to think of stuff you don't know because you can't see it, but it's super simple. Everything I'm saying is simple. I'm not giving you marketing ideas. This is super simple. You're just going to redirect whatever site you want to that domain. Okay? I promise. Very, very simple. Simple, Simon Says. And yes, eventually everything in ONPASSIVE will be closed into a terrarium, and we won't have to worry about the outside, relying on the outside to answer or help us in any way. But that's not going to happen overnight.
There's one. Hold on. Christina Mason. Wait, we're going to have to buy traffic. Will you please explain that one to that nice young lady?
Okay, listen. There'll be organic traffic. What do I mean by that? There's traffic being generated right now. Every time somebody clicks on ONPASSIVE.com and they sign up, they're signing up into a holding area, and they're going to be distributed to the founders that are in it to win it, which means we purchased the product. You're going to get that. That's happening. Okay, let that go. If you want extra traffic, there'll be a time in the future, I don't know when, where you can buy targeted traffic. A lot of people will do that. Why? To get where they want to get quicker, right? The more traffic, the more chance you have of people buying. Now, when I say traffic, that doesn't mean I'm going to buy $500 worth of traffic that I'm going to get X amount of sales. People come in, some will buy, some won't. Some will come in free, some won't. You can't tell people what to do. You just drive them and boom. Now, my thing is, I would offer the free products as much as I could, because I believe in the long run they're going to buy something someday. At least if they're in your business while they're walking around the mall of ONPASSIVE, eventually they're going to go, "Ooh, I want that," because ONPASSIVE is going to be bringing new stuff all the time. With free organic traffic, give something that was too quick.
You just answered it, Marty. Is we're already having organic traffic right now. You
Yes,
just don't know it.
absolutely, every day. Is it going 100%, 100 miles full steam ahead? Not yet. Why? Do we really want it to go 100% right now until we get the bottleneck of money flowing back and forth? No. Why would we? Just like they're not gonna bring on a new product now. We got to make sure we fix it first. We get things going.
Stop. Good luck with your tooth, Gene. Stop extension. No, never, never, never. Don't stop extension. Touch on that one, Mr. Degarmo, please.
All right, listen. I'm going to say this again. While they're working on this payment, receiving and sending payments, and sending commissions and bonuses, they could stop it, but then we wouldn't have O Connect. We paid for O Connect. We're really done. We don't deserve O Connect right now. We already paid for it, what we got coming, and we used it. What the company's doing on as a kind gesture, a very kind gesture, is giving us an extension on O Connect while we wait to get this area worked on as far as payments back and forth. It's a gift. It's a gift that just keeps on giving. Do they want to give an extension? No. Do they because they care about people? Absolutely. We know that. So it's a good thing. It's a nice thing for them to do. I'm surprised they're doing it because it costs them money. Every time we go on O Connect, they have to pay that.
Big money.
A lot. It's expensive. We've been getting O Connect now for $143, some of us, for almost a year.
Some 93.
Yeah, some 93. Extension is necessary, but good thing we are not paying for it. There you go. Thank you, Gladys. Exactly what I'm saying. I'm hoping. I'm trying to do it really quick because they're really things
Did
are
you
going by
see
pretty
what
quick.
Marty will do a short video showing how to direct main domain to other
Yes.
Fat Mata. That's
Not now, but yeah, I will. It's very simple.
yeah.
Trust me. Everything I'm saying, I'm not. Listen, another thing, I got people telling me, I don't know how to make a video. I don't know how to do lives. I don't know. You don't need to. That's why you're here. Let's remember something. Chris covered this already. Ashley Farah worked in this industry for years and years and years, 20 years plus. I've been in it 20 years. Okay? 98% of the people in this industry lose money. 98%. Okay, it's rigged. It doesn't work. It only works for 1.5%, 2%. That's it. Okay, unless you're one of them, yes, you got ripped off. You're not going to make money. I know about it. It's fact. Ash said, you know what? In order to find a game that's fair and everybody can win, I'm going to have to build it myself. ONPASSIVE came to light. That's exactly what happened. He went to his wife and said, the only way we can get something that he was looking for too. Trust me, he would go in these businesses and brand himself and brand it and build a domain and build a system, and the company would die. And he lost too. The only difference was he was a super affiliate and people knew who he was, but he lost businesses dead in the water. So he built his own so that everybody has the potential of winning. That's what ONPASSIVE's here for. But he's doing something nobody's ever done. Ash cannot go open a book in the library and say, okay, I'm at this level. I'm trying to pay 1 million people or whatever. What do I do next? Nobody's ever done it. There is no blueprint. He's creating the blueprint as we go. He's building the plane as we fall through the sky. And before it hits the ground, we're going to zoom off and to the sunset. So,
all right. I can't remember this from Ravine. The free session for OConnect is 500 participants. Is this correct? I can't remember if it's 500 or
the last it was 10,000. The
10,000, yeah.
Indians wanted more, and they gave us more.
Right.
So yeah, you could have 10,000 people if you want.
And the traffic. Got another traffic question. We did answer, but when will we pay extra traffic? Listen, you'll know when Ash says it's time to buy extra traffic. You'll know.
It'll be in the back office. You can say purchase traffic. We can't. You don't want to purchase traffic now. We're not there.
Right.
As soon as you see the new OConnect and he sets up a new payment structure and you see another way to pay with a credit card, then you know we're good to go. And they're pushing that all full steam ahead.
This is a kind of a cute question, but I think you already answered. The ONPASSIVE website changes weekly now, but I believe Ash said eventually it will change daily. Will our domains change daily?
No. Your domain is there for life.
Yeah.
Unless you get a new one. Even when the website changes, you don't want your domain to change.
Right.
How are you going to build how are you going to brand yourself if it changes all the time? You don't want it to change. You want people to get used to, for example, me, coolzone.ai. And when they go to it, they say, oh, I like this. Please answer from when we get apples. Okay, SS
Take a breath. Take a deep breath.
Yeah, no. I mean, we've talked about all that's going to take effect when things fall into place.
Yeah.
The company's not holding back, okay? It doesn't make sense. Why would they hold back? It's slowing down for them too. They want things to move. When they get going, they're ready. They got other products coming up. I mean, nobody wants it more than us. Trust me, think about what we're saying. It's not like they're sucking all this money in and then they're not paying out. They stopped bringing money in. Come on, it's unbelievable. They're taking the hit, not us. All we're doing is waiting. We're not paying any money. We're not paying a dime.
It's almost like he bought you a brand new car. He pays for it every week for you.
And he pays for the gas for it until you get money. Yeah. I'll fill up your tank for you. Don't worry.
Lot of good questions. And I let Marty answer these because he's good at answering questions where I'm not so good. He has a better way of explaining it. Let me think. We're trying to relieve Red Redford of his Q&A job because he's sick. We're putting him into retirement. We did that one.
Anyway, here's what we're going to do. That's good for today.
Yeah.
We've been 35 minutes. I want to thank everybody for coming, but I hope I helped out. I don't mean to yell, but I was trying to talk as fast as I could because the questions were coming so quick. Well, I hope it helped a little bit. Just remember something. Where we are is just an area that we're kind of paused a little bit. But it's going to fly. Everything's going to, we just need to get to this one area that they're working on it. Trust me, 24/7. It's very important. I did hear some news about the police summit that they had was a very good success. They were really happy with it. In fact, the police were really happy with it too, with ONPASSIVE. So that's good news.
Dr. Benny, I missed your question. Can you write it in again? You have no idea how fast this is going, so I didn't do it on purpose. So please
I
don't.
want a car from Supercar Mattress. So do I.
Hey, while we're waiting for Dr. Benny to rewrite her question in, I do have a prayer request from my new buddy, Delisa Christie. She wrote me this morning. She has a founder named Scott Frost, it's a pretty long story. He
It's not working.
He went into cardiac arrest. He's homeless at 42 years of age. She had bought him a position, but he needs a lot of prayers right now. They had issues trying to get to him, but they do got him, I believe, in the hospital. Make sure you give prayers to Scott Frost out there. Did you see Dr. Benny's question yet?
No.
And we're feeling a lot better. I am. I still have a cough, but man, I'm ready to run. I've been sitting in this bus for almost 6 days, and today it's 88 and solid.
Do you know where affiliates can locate a guide on how to withdraw money from ecosystem? How to withdraw money? I don't know. I mean, when you withdraw, it tells you what to do. As far as I
What was the
know,
question?
I don't know, something about, do you know how to withdraw money?
No, there's a process for it, Dr. Benny. We haven't withdrawn money yet, so we don't know the process as far as this one goes.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, because I feel a cough coming on. I'm talking too much. I hope that helped a little bit. Anyway.
I think so. I like the Q&A real quick because people are putting legitimate, good questions in here. I think we got them all, but if we didn't, we can always take 5-6 minutes each day if you guys want to have a quick Q&A session, because I like the lady that said, "Oh my God, we got to pay for traffic." A legitimate question, and it was answered pretty fast. And maybe if one person doesn't know the way we think, is there's a lot of people that don't. A lot of people, and I'm not blaming anyone. A lot of people aren't plugged in, and they might be coming onto the scene again, waking up a little bit, and that's okay. That's all part of it. But I would say stay plugged in. We give plenty of notes and videos in the update sections and the old founders by our phenomenal notes takers that bring you up to date on things. But we do tell you this. Ash told Marty the other day that he might be able to feed us some stuff on this lives so we can let you know what's going on. If you remember what Ash said a couple months ago, that in 2024, he wants to be 2024, right? It's 2024. Yeah, I'm even lost. He wants to be more transparent and maybe get more information out. Doesn't not necessarily need to come out of his mouth or on him. So he's been doing that through us, through other people, and we hope that continues. That way it keeps you guys all calm. Listen, none of us here, especially me, Marty, and Red, want to make anyone upset or feel not easy. We want you to stay calm. We do the best we can to get what we can, and that's what we try to do. But you people that are in those horrible positions, my God, we're praying for you. Some of them are bad. Yeah. I understand that. Marty understands that. Marty's one of those people. I hate to say it, but he's one of those individuals. So don't think that we are special in any way. Every one of us are equals in this company. Ash Bafar wants every one of us to be on the top of the world all the time. Not, oh, you first. He wants everyone to be up there. Don't ever forget that. Yep. Marty Degarmo, back to you.
Anyway, I hope it helped everybody. Really, I hope this was good for you. Anything to help you out or inspire you, then we did what we were supposed to do. Yeah. We don't know everything, but what we know we want to share. Anyway, we'll see you all tomorrow, Sunday. Sunday, we'll be here, Friday and Bushy Tail, and we will put the new QR code up so we can share for other people again. And anyway, have a great day, everybody. I mean that.
Ciao.
Oh, time change tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, 1 hour, spring forward, 1 hour ahead.
Marty, get rid of Seth Tropinski. Get rid of that guy, please.